VOA's Pauline Diho recently returned from Zambia, where he spoke with a group of gay rights activists about the nation's anti-gay laws. And he joins us now with more on the issue. Paul?
Thanks, Linod. Homosexuality is illegal in Zambia. It's a situation that has drawn increasing criticism from many Western nations. Local activists say the rights of homosexuals and other marginalized groups should be protected and are calling on the government to be tolerant towards different sexual orientations. Homosexuality is a taboo in many African countries. It's illegal in 37 nations on the continent, and activists say few Africans are openly gay, fearing imprisonment, violence, and to some extent losing their jobs. However, gay rights activists are beginning to speak out about the treatment of homosexuals and other marginalized groups. Zambia's tough anti-homosexuality laws date back to the British colonial era, and public opinion remains strongly against gays and lesbians. Jane Kulaba is a renowned human rights activist and runs the Debt Resource Foundation, a Christian non-governmental organization. She says that the government says that any discussion concerning gays and homosexuals is considered promoting immorality in the nation.
But since we are Christians, let us tolerate one another. It's my view that we should meet at a certain point. Let us allow for dialogue, go for dialogue. We discuss these issues. We just create that relationship with the public.
Ms. Kulaba's organization is trying to engage the government, churches, and other human rights organizations in shaping the paradigm shift on how society views the lesbians, gays, bisexual, and transgender community. Some churches are beginning to open up and to speak publicly about the rights of gays. Reverend Patson Kabala of a Presbyterian Church of South Africa says the people who feel oriented towards people of the same sex should be embraced.
In my view, they need to be embraced. They need to be given space in society.
Reverend Telasa Shumba of the Reformed Church of Zambia shares the same sentiment.
The government must come with a law that should embrace almost everybody, regardless of whether they are on the other side of the story or not.
Zambian gay rights activist David Musonda says the government needs to create an atmosphere where the LGBT community, government, church leaders, and civil society can meet and have a dialogue to forge a way forward.
To all the people out there, when you see even a person who is gay or who is a lesbian, who is intersex, let us not rush to killing them. They are a child to somebody, they are a father to somebody. Let us just look for remedies. What is the best remedy? If it's maybe to create to have an understanding with them, let us strike that particular balance.
In 2013, a Zambian gay couple, Philip Mbiana and James Mwapi, were living together in Kapiri, Mposhi. They were later detained, tried and acquitted on charges of having consensual gay sex. The subject of gay rights is almost greeted with disapproval, and many believe homosexuality goes against the religious values of the country. At this workshop organized by Panos Institute, an organization that empowers communities to shape their own agendas, has brought together community leaders, civil society groups, and gay rights activists to debate the issue. Lillian Kiefa is the executive director, Panos Institute.
We know that we are treading on a sensitive ground, but we also acknowledge that homosexuality exists in Zambia, and the fact that it is underground and hidden creates other complications in other aspects of life.
In Zambia, a conviction for sodomy carries a 14-year prison sentence. Other African countries are struggling with the anti-homosexuality laws that date back to the British colonial era. A Ugandan constitutional court recently annulled a tough anti-gay legislation signed into law by President Yoweri Museveni. Voice of America reached out to Zambian government officials for comment on their anti-gay laws, but they declined. Back to you, Linod.
Thanks, Paul, for this insightful report.